Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So now I have another upgrade here for the RDX. If you guys have been following me along, I have done all the upgrades. But did I show all the upgrades? I believe they showed all the upgrades except for my custom parts. But if you want to see it, my ESC is up top. You can follow that if you want. I made this piece out of cardboard. When I had it exactly how I wanted it, I sent the dimensions to my buddy from Ryan from Scale Designs. You can look them up, R3 Scale Designs. You can look them up on Instagram. And I gave him, measured all the cardboard, how I had it, and then he made me the piece, and now it's the back of my RDX here. Yeah, I prefer the motor in the middle, and then the ESC up high. I did have the motor up high, you guys remember my old setup, and the ESC in the rear. I don't know what it was about that setup. I just didn't like it. I wasn't too fan of I'm not too big of a fan of the rear weight too much. Maybe it's my driving style doesn't suit it, but we'll forget about that. I did have this piece here. I forget what it's called. Front brace something. They claim you put this on and it makes your front end rigid and yada 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 blah blah blah. It doesn't do nothing. My car acted the same, so it doesn't perform anything. You know, yeah, doesn't perform anything. Pretty much. The one upgrade I do recommend, which is what I'm doing right now, I've been waiting for this for so long because parts still take forever to get here, is this guy here, which is the aluminum steering crank, or aluminum bell crank set they call it. It's just a steering. The plastic one is fine, right? It's plastic, it's fine, but over time you will want this. From what I learned from my time of being in the hobby is that the parts, like especially the steering, always gets worn out more because, you know, it's consistently turning. So you wear out and it gets a little slop. So I always recommend going to the aluminum ones. So, you know, to me, this is a performance upgrade, right? So yeah, this is what it's called. So I'm going to show you. Can I show you how to take this? Yeah, okay. I'll show you guys how I take this off. There's little secrets. One thing I like about RDX is that they made it very, I can't even figure out the word for it, but they made it very friendly when you want to change parts or upgrade parts or switch chassis. It's very, like other chassis, you take like the whole front end apart and everything just to get to the steering. I'll show you how easy it is on this guy. Even for the rear too, if you want to take the rear off, you just take it off. If you want to change the bottom plate out. And yeah, another thing too is, if you guys notice, I don't have an upgrade to the bottom plate yet. Yeah, because there ain't no bottom plate that, my opinion, performance wise, okay, this is my opinion. When I find one that I like that looks good, I'll do it, but it'll just be for looks. It won't be performance. You know, if it does do performance, I'll be like, oh, okay, my car's acting differently, I'll let you guys know. But you know, until I see it, no. So I recommend driving the plastic one. So yeah, so let's start here. So what I recommend for you guys to do is just take off the arms here. I mentioned what drill I use already, right? So in my past videos, you can look it up. Twist. All right, then you take off the shocks. Only do the bottom. As you can see, I'm only doing the bottom. I'm just showing you guys the easy parts to take off, because again, it's very like modular, so you don't have to take off everything to make this work. All right, now that I got the shocks, I'll put these shocks up here, just like that. So the only thing I removed is, as you can see, is the upper arm. All right, the upper arm on both sides. Now that I have those out of the way, I can get to my steering one here. See that? So I'm going to go to the inside one here. Remove that. If you guys are wondering how come I have adjustable links, it's because, well, I tuned my car. And yeah, I have adjustable links. If you want to try to copy that one, go ahead. The reason I have adjustable is because my front end is different from stock. It's a little wider. right? So there you go. So now I have my springs are off. Sorry, not my springs. My shocks are off just from the bottom. And then I have my upper control arm, and then I have my steering disconnected from the steering, right? That's all I have off. Right, just so you guys can see. So now what you do is you remove the 2 screws at the back here. This one right here on both sides. So let me do that quickly. Oh, that twist is tight. Put that there. Move the other side. Come on. You can take off the carbon plate, make it easier, but I'm too stubborn to do it. So now after you remove those 2, all you do now is you remove those 2 right here, that one and that one. And then you can take this whole part off and then change your steering. So let me just show you guys that quickly. And again, it's just these 2 screws here. Oh, sorry, I moved the camera. Can the camera pick it up from there? Oh, I can. Okay, perfect. Oh. The reason you're hearing that grinding sound, it's not a grinding sound, it's just it's my drill. Because when you do it on RC cars, see I have it set to 5, practically 6, right? So when you're turning it, if it's too tight, it just bounces right to right? Because if you have this all the way like at freaking 15 or max like that, and you try to tighten a screw, you're gonna strip it all day, right? This is plastic, right? So you're gonna destroy it. That's why it's very low. I usually run it at 5 to 6, sometimes 7, depends on the chassis. All right, so now that I have that off, right? So you just try to find your, get the other arm off here, find the sweet spot, wiggle it, and it'll just pop right off. There you go. See? That's it. You don't have to take all of this off just to get to that. So put it to the side. And as you can see, my steering rack is right here. Oh, let's turn this to the middle. As you can see, it's right there. I have full access to it all day. All right. That's how easy it is. So I'm just going to turn this back like this so I get access to the screw, because I need this screw here. And I'm gonna release the, before I do that, actually I need to release this guy anyways. So let me just do that now. If I can see it, trying to look through this, trying to look through the camera. It's always hard times for me now. I'm trying to use my left hand. There you go. So now my steering link is out of the way. Perfect. So now it's just, you can see it's just right, super loose. That's what you want, right? Like you want your steering to just be super loose like that. Let me just take this guy off here. And when you undo this guy, like how you see me undoing it, it's gonna just come right off. That comes right up. Oh, there it is. See? There you go. That's how easy it is to remove the stock steering belt crank. Nothing crazy. I'm just gonna put it to the side. Put it there. I'm gonna show you guys the new one. What you guys need to transfer over. Again, I'm gonna try to make this video unedited, just straight raw. Just so you guys can see I'm not editing stuff out. If I make a mistake, I'll just show you guys I did it, so then you guys don't do it, right? It's pretty straightforward. Right, because I haven't done this before, but you know, so you guys can see it. And that's what you get in the package, right there. Oh, is that in the picture? that's what you get in the package, right? So there's no really any crazy instructions, but it's pretty much just rinse and repeat what you have on your plastic one to the new one. So this would be here, this arm would be, by the looks of it, would be this arm, and then this one, obviously, because it looks just like that one, would be that arm, right? So it'll look like that, right? Pretty much straightforward. So just replace all the bearings that are in your plastic one, sorry, your plastic one, onto your metal one. So it's just, so what I do is I do piece by piece. So I need, do I have my thing here? Let's see if I have my tool. What do you call it? The wheel hex one? Oh, that's too big. What size would that be? If you have those wheel hexes, the one to remove the wheels, that's what you use. I have the tool, so I'm like, perfect. So let's just put this guy. So if you don't have a drill like me, you need the wheel hex, and then you need a 2 mil. So I have to use my power drill here. And I just release. All right. So again, you're just doing is replacing, right? So take your time, don't rush. Maybe I'll fast forward this, you guys don't see me doing this, but I'll leave it, not cutting anything out. You take this part out, right? And you just knock out your bearings. So you just need, I'm gonna grab my 1.5 here. If I can get it out, there you go. Just pop these bearings out. And what I like to do is, when I take something out of a spot, when I'm replacing, I like to put it exactly where it goes on the next one. So I know it goes on this one, right? Because I'm just changing it over, right? So just so I don't lose parts and get confused by anything. I like to do it all in one shot. Let's hold this. Yes, I could use my drill, but just a little bit. There you go. And then you want to make sure this is still free, right? Yeah, see, as you can see, it's still free. I don't know if you can see it actually spinning. Can you see it spinning? That's what you want, right? So see, when I tighten this guy will still be free. So they do come with shims. From my experience with these shims, it's always been to put like on top of here, right? Obviously before you put this guy on, so the bearing will still spin. I'm gonna put it on without it and see if it still spins. If it's giving me friction when I install it, then I know that I need to put this on there, and then I'll show you guys, right? But as of right now, oh shit, sorry, I moved it again. As of right now, let me see what it's like without the little 0.1 millimeter shims. But I might need it because the plastic clearances are different than metal, right? It looks a little bit, yeah, it looks a little bit smaller, the aluminum. Trying to do this while looking through the camera. It's crazy. Very minimal, so it looks like I might need the shim because it might change my geometry on my steering. So let me, yeah. I don't know if I should just do it now. Set it and forget it, right? Was that the famous word? Yeah, I'm just gonna do it and just set it and forget it. Like I should know better, but sometimes, you know, you just don't want to do more work. So I'll just do this one here, just so you guys can see. They should all be the same. Yeah, they're all the same size, right? 0.1 it says there. So all you do is Oh, I just dropped it. So I gotta take this guy off still. Yep. So that's all you do. Just before you put on the, see if I can pick this guy up now. It's so thin, it's getting stuck on my board. I keep hitting the camera. I'm so sorry. Try not to. So there you go. That's all you do, right? You just put it on your screw just like that. All right, and then you grab another one. Oh, I dropped it. It's okay. If I can grab this one, oh my God, come on. All right, then you grab another one. You put it on the other side. Oh, there's already one there actually. Ah, if there's already one there, then I don't need it. Oh. This one I need. Did I put that one in from the last time? I think I did put that in from the last one. All right, well, there's already a shim there, so it looks like you don't need it. But if you do need it, you know where to get one. And again, it all depends on if it's super tight when you tighten everything up. Then you'll know you'll need it. Yes, I know. Why are you trying to do it all by hand when you have a drill and a thing there? It's just, I don't like to over tighten things, right? You save yourself trouble by squeezing things too tight. So we're still free, so we're still good. All right, so that one's set up there. So I'm gonna continue on the same arm. So I'm gonna take off this guy now. There you go. So as you can see, right, it's just a plastic part, which is right here. As you can see, is exactly the same. So all you're doing is removing the screw here, and as you can see, that one has a shim on already too, so you don't mean you don't need one, or you might need two maybe. Where's my 1.5? There it is. Push the, try to find the corner of the bearing. There it is. Oh. Push the other one out. Perfect. You put, there you go. Perfect. Yep. Right. So it's exactly the same, right? So you just replacing exactly, right? So the same, right? So there's no way for you to be like, though, does it go this way? I'm like, no. Look at your placement, right? Look at it, right? It's right, exactly the same. All right. So you hold it exactly the same. So this guy was here like this, right? Like that. And then the screw goes through here. It's already got a shim, so I'm not gonna put one on. If I do, then I'll put it on afterwards, after when I tighten everything. And it's the same thing for you. If you guys notice that you do need the shim after you tighten it, just put one on. No big deal. It's, you know, it's the way it is, right? Like I said, I had experience where I didn't need shims, and I had experience times when I do needed the shims, right? So again, it's up to your discretion. So I'm going to tighten this guy here, right? There you go, at level 5. Once I have it done at level, like it's done, I like to just grab it by hand, and then I just turn with my hand. I just turn, right? Just turn, right? And there you go, done. So now that it, oh yeah, see, look at that. See, I'm just swinging it, right? So yeah, no shim required there. Nice and loose, that's what you want. If this was like squeezing tight, after you tighten it, it'd be like, oh, something's wrong, then you need the shim, right? So now you rinse and repeat for this side, right? So I'm just gonna take this guy off now. Oh, bearing and all, like that. I'll just put it in one time now. Perfect. And then I got my 1 point. Get this guy out. I can squeeze it out. Perfect. This guy on. Right, exact same thing now. Right, and then just turn my hand. Perfect. Right, and do the same. I'm just gonna hold this guy now. So this guy, see if it's free. Yep, we free. Right, swing up my hand. Perfect. Hold both my hand. Right, there you go. Perfect. So now that I have this guy, I just need this guy here now. So this guy here, just pop them off. Sorry, pop the bearings out. There you go. Right, and the bearings are the same size, so you can't mess it up. You can't. It's not like the one at the top is bigger than the one at the bottom. They're both bottom and the top are the exact same size, right? Unless they're not. Prove me wrong if they're not. Perfect. So now I have an extra steering rack here. If I ever get another, if I upgrade everything and I start replacing parts and I have another chassis, which has happened to me. Now I have two ID2 chassis from spare parts, fully built. All right, so I don't need this anymore. So now you literally just rinse and repeat, right? You're just putting this right back how it was, right? So you just drop this guy in, right? That part is still there, so that fits right into the, oh, I just dropped a bearing. I just dropped the bearing. Where'd it go? There's the other spacer too. I just dropped the spacer. God damn it. Just dropped the bearing. There we go. So yeah, so you just pretty much just put it right back where it was, right? Nothing crazy. There you go. So that's back in. And then my steering goes back. Gotta line up the holes, trying to look through looking at the camera. That's the fun part. There you go. Yeah, and then you just tighten everything. So this part here, I'm gonna take my power drill off actually. I'm just gonna do this part by hand. Right, which is your 2 mil. Some things I don't mess around with the power tool, some things I do, some things I don't, right? It really comes to your discretion. For stuff like this, I like to take it easy when I'm putting it on. When I'm taking it off, it's just power drill it off, right? When I'm putting it on, I like to be conscious about it. And yeah, there you go, look at that. That's how loose it is, all right? No problem. We'll come back. If you're wondering why it was come back, it's because I was slightly leaning it to me, so it comes back. But if I leave it flat, then, right? All right, there you go. It's when it hits, it bounces back. Yeah. Oh, that's not coming back now. Oh. Yeah, you guys get the idea. Now it's nice and loose. So that's what you're doing. This is what you want, right? So again, so I'm not gonna show you. This video is already 23 minutes long. Oh my god. So yeah, so I'm just gonna end it here. Or I'm gonna see if I can go to the track and get a running video of this on. But yeah, so now you just reverse everything we just did of taking it off. So the video's not too long. I don't want to make it more than 30 minutes. Just an installation. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And just, yeah, again, just put everything back the way you took it off. Simple as that. You can always just look back at the video, I guess, if you need to remember. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to throw in a clip of me driving this chassis. And then yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe and leave a comment. And hopefully there's more upgrades to come, but I don't know, some upgrades, I guess, on this chassis, like I said, are not performance-wise. They're just accessories, and I don't want to spend my money on that, right? This is, I'm not making any money here, so it's my own personal money, right? So we'll see. All right, so yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.